All right, just double checking something here. So I was having some issues with my stream. But what I'm trying to do right now is figure out this pathfinding. So let me place the enemies back here at about 116, 275. And see what they're doing. No, 275. All right, give that a test. So they're spawning right here and they don't think they can find the path. All right, let's get out of that. And I think the virtual cell width of 1 is maybe too intense. Let's try, say, 3. I'll update this on a couple of the enemies here. So I'm going to revert this from 1 to 3. And apply, and maybe the shielder guy as well. All right, that should work. Give that a test. See, it's so finicky. Minor changes like that, and then they can find the path. But it still looks pretty goofy the way they walk so close to these corners. All right, so now what if I move them back off of the screen? Because that worked. Let's put them back out here at, say, negative 75, 360. And give that a test. That worked. I hate the fact that they're running into this corner right here, but they are finding their way around the entire obstacle, the obstacle course. So let's see if I add another barrier there, if they'll still walk around it. Put that on the correct layer, maybe one more down here. So if they're going to staircase this, stair step it, at least it'll be a little more fluid. And down here. All right, now let's hide the layer and test that again. Okay, we are still getting navigation. I definitely don't love the path that they're choosing, but it's functional. Let me check the frame rate. I feel like it's really dropping though. So I'm going to pull the FPS counter and give this another run. So let's see what kind of frames we get just idle. In general, it's pretty low. But after it loads everything in, looks like we're getting somewhere around the mid 30s to 40 or so. And then I call in the enemies. And it's dipping into the 20s. Which is not good. It's dipping into the teens as well. And that could be for many reasons. I don't know if that's because of the pathfinding or not. But I'm gonna just call that good for now. I don't have much time. I kind of messed up the stream and don't have a lot of time left for tonight. But what else can I do here real quick? I can... hide those. So what we have so far, we have the level 1. Now this is the one we had some trouble with, but I tweaked a couple of numbers. Let's see if anything has changed. Let's see if they will navigate this path. Yeah, they'll navigate that one. I need to change the level. Level 1. They're still not finding this path. So let me show that level. What is this one? Number 3. I almost wonder if they need more barriers to help kind of guide the way. Let me adjust the default size here. And put that on enemy barrier layer 3. Like that. And maybe even close off this area here a little bit. Let's see if that makes any difference at all. It does not. Yeah, no path was found. I'm just going to do some trial and error here real quick. So if I can get this level, the pathfinding on this level working, I will be happy. I'll just try moving some things around, see if they bite. If and when they bite. Not that one. Pretty sure if I move that, they'll take it though. Honestly. They can navigate that other level, but not this. Like, for real. Okay, what if I spawn them, say, down here? 136, 618. $622, $391. Is that still correct? $391? I guess that's correct. We could do more like $379. Give that a test. Okay, so they're not moving. Excuse me. They're not moving, but it's not saying that they're not finding the path. I think they're stuck. So let me reveal the barrier layer. Interesting. What if I move that? Yeah, they are giving me all kinds of attitude tonight. All kinds of attitude. And as you saw on the previous level, it's like if I just change something small like the virtual grid size, they may or may not find the path. But if I'm going to have 100 levels, I can't keep fluctuating the grid. I need to find something that works for all the levels. See, I'm very skeptical that they cannot find this. This is wide open. Very skeptical. And I had this working at one point too, this exact level. But they don't want to move from there to that light. So at this point, I don't even know what they want. Let me double check the debugger. Let me also reveal the layer. So that is layer 3. Okay. Right here. All right, let's run that with the debugger underneath. All right, let it load in. So it's not actually saying that they cannot find a path. It's saying that they spawned, because I'm logging a message to the console here. It's almost like they're just not, it's like their pathfinding behavior is not turned on or something like that, which I don't understand because I didn't manually turn it off anywhere. Let's see. Enemy spawning. What I'm looking for right now is anywhere that I've activated or deactivated any sort of pathfinding behavior. I might know. I might know what it is. All right, let's try this. Yep, they took it. All right, so let me put these back in place. Now it should be all right. So let's make sure they can get around this junk. They can. So let's move them closer. Well, let's move them back to the beginning where they belong. Let me move this over here. Move this over here. Not even sure where this stuff goes. Oh, I think that was a corner there. Okay, so about like that. Drag another one out here. Okay. Riley Parker, how you doing tonight? I am just having the time of my life with these AI pathfinding. But I think I got it. Let's give that a test. Let's see. All right, run that with the debugger open so I can look at the console. And okay, so now it's saying no path was found. So it's a different problem than before. Now they're just being drunk. But let's just go back to some trial and error here with the blocks. Give that a test. They can navigate that. So it's like, how much do they need me to hand this to them? But they cannot navigate that. Like, it's so simple, like such a subtle change makes such a big difference. They can navigate that. So, with that being the case, let's move them up where they belong, at least up into this area. Let's say 493.80. So we know that there's not like an actual bug right now. It's just a matter of them finding the path. And they're being really, really finicky about it. So I'm going to try to make it as simple as I can while still keeping it in this general shape, of course. So I'm going to try to narrow down the obstacles as much as I can. And just see how close we can get to them actually navigating. And they found a cheat. Dang it. How are they getting through there? Naughty, naughty. These are some lazy emissaries of darkness, I tell you. Now they don't want to move because I cut off their shortcut. I'm curious, and it's just my own hypothesis. If they're pointing they try to point themselves directly toward toward the target, and then if it's too perpendicular to the barrier, maybe they get caught up in it. Whereas if it were like down here, it would only be like what, a 35 degree difference if they navigate the path versus go straight at the target. So that's interesting. So what if I put the target somewhere right about here? What is that? 530 and 328. I'm just going to test something. No, actually not the enemies. 530, 328. And then I guess I can move the lamp over there as well. Put the enemies out here where they belong. Put them in their rightful place. Right about 1071, -60. Give that the old test. See if they move at all. No, they're not finding the path. They will if I remove that barrier. But that kind of defeats the purpose of the layout of the level. So at this point, I know it's not a bug. It's not the same issue I had last night, which was some of the barrier objects were on the wrong layer. In this case, the pathfinding is working. They're just really bad at it. And I'm not sure what my options are. So I'm going to go back to the documentation, maybe hit the forums. And I'm going to call it a night for now. So if you've been watching along, thanks so much for joining. And hopefully I will come back wiser than before. And until next time, I hope you have fewer bugs than I do. Thanks for watching. Ouch.